Emergency gyno treatment. Trevor, what do we do when we want to spare no expense? We want to get rid of the gyno as fast as possible. We're not worried about isolating the issue. We can do that later. We just want to get rid of it quick.
Babe, what the fuck is that?
Gyno!
First thing you ever want to do would be letrozole. You're killing everything. You're killing your estrogens to the point where your body won't produce or aromatize anything. So if we hit it hard with letrozole, even if it was a prolactin issue, prolactin and progesterone need estrogen. You guys got to remember that. It feeds off of estrogen. So if your estrogen was completely shut down, you just hit it from both angles. If you had to pick one single thing to take, letrozole, real letrozole will kill it. So start with letrozole. That way you don't have to sit here and guess whether it was prolactin or whether it was estrogen. You're killing estrogen, which in turn will reduce the prolactin buildup in progesterone. And you don't have to sit there and mess around with taking things like, you know, trying to find real cabergoline or trying to use Promi and then end up having some really bad side effects. So if there's one drug that you would have to take, letrozole.
All right, dosage of letrozole. If we want to just shotgun blast it, we're not worried about the side effects. We want to get rid of the gyno. We can always taper down in the dosage later. What do we hit it? What do we hit it with?
Well, the half-life is roughly 72 hours, give or take. So I mean, if you're going to go extreme, I wouldn't go more than 3 the first day and then start dropping it down.
3 pills the first day.
The first day. And then you can go right into just back to 1 pill or 2 and then 1 pill. Because 3-day, you know, half-life, if you start doing 3 for 3 days in a row, you're going to be in a world of hurt for about a week or so. You're going to feel your joints hurting, your head. There's going to be a lot of side effects with having 0 estrogens. If you're really that worried or if it's that bad where it's going to be a permanent issue, you can go 3-2-1 protocol or 3-1-1 and then stick to the 1 for, you know, it's going to still take 2 or 3 days for the symptoms to start going away. And just remember that it's still building up. So don't overdo it, but you could do the 3-2-1 or 3-1-1, and then you do that and you go into back to half every day into half every other day and taper down.
So it sounds like letrozole alone is enough, but let's say out of an abundance of caution, I just want to shotgun blast it with as many drugs as possible. Is it going to help a little bit, even if I were to add Caber, tamoxifen, raloxifene, SERMs, and other?
Don't add a SERM if it's progesterone based. You would get plenty out of cabergoline and letrozole. If you take those two, whatever you have is going to be gone. If you tried to take tamoxifen and you were having progesterone issues, you could make it worse. And then, you know, you got to remember that. And then turn another just side note to any of the SERMs. The longer you stay on the SERM, the more sensitive you become into estrogen. So it is a good way to hit something hard, but if you're taking any androlone base, like, or trembolone, if you were to try and hit it with tamoxifen, you could actually make things worse.
Okay, something important to understand, guys, is you don't want to be on letrozole for a really long time. I know a lot of guys that are so paranoid about gyno, and they know that letrozole works, so they'll blast letrozole, they'll keep taking letrozole. This is a quick fix to get out of the gyno zone fast, but once you get out of the gyno zone, it's time to figure out which hormonal balance is actually causing the ongoing gyno problem. Don't rely on something like letrozole for the long term. Figure out whether it's progesterone-based causing the gyno, whether it's estrogen-based, which substances that you're taking you're converting to estrogen that's causing the problem, whether you respond well to a SERM like tamoxifen or preferably like a raloxifene, or whether you respond better to something that just reduces the estrogen in your bloodstream like an aromatase inhibitor. And also keep in mind that gynos often caused not by the amount of estrogen, but kind of the ratio of your androgens to estrogen. So if your androgens are really low, even if your estrogen's low, you can still have gyno. This video is only about the quick emergency fix. Think long term after that. Be swell and swole, my friends of freedom, pioneers of human evolution.
So, I guess I'd like to consider myself a studious person. I usually weigh all of the options very carefully before making a decision. That's why my choice to begin steroids was so carefully calculated after weighing all of the benefits versus all of the risks.
If you're not already subscribed and you don't want to miss out on cutting edge content on the daily, hit the subscribe button.